Welcome back to Ask the Expert. Sean's here from Advanced Hearing Group. And we're looking for your phone call, 613-789-6559, extension 2803. You can also email us or Facebook questions. And we got a couple of good questions, some common problems. First of all, in email form, a question about earwax this morning. Earwax is one of those things that everybody has to deal with, some more than others. So let's get to our, first of all, our email question. Here's Janet. Is excess earwax production an early sign of hearing loss? How often should I be cleaning my ears? That's a very good question. We'll deal with all of this in a second, but we've got Lily on the telephone as well with a similar question. Lily, how are you this morning?
Good, thanks.
Good. What's your question?
Similar question. Do you recommend that the earwax be removed, and also in cases where it seems to be impacted, what is the procedure, and are there any dangers? If you could explain that.
Very good. Okay, so let's start. This all connects together. First of all, is there a problem? Are there people who have excess earwax more than others?
Oh, for sure. Answering the first question, it definitely does not show that you're going to have progressive hearing loss at all.
It doesn't mean anything like that.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a stuffy nose doesn't tell you you're going to constantly have a stuffy nose. The earwax can be easily removed.
Yeah.
It's not a sign of hearing loss. It's not a sign of progressive hearing loss.
Right.
Our techniques for removing impacted earwax is simply softening the wax over a period of a week or so.
Right.
And we're talking about totally impacted ear canals, totally full of it. We soften the wax.
And that seals off the
they feel
ear
like
canal, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it happens all the time. We see it all the time, obviously, with hearing aids and things like that. So we get them to soften the wax, and we actually suction the wax out comfortably and very easily.
It's funny people talk about that and about wearing hearing aids. We wear earpieces each and every day in our ears for 4 hours plus.
Right.
And as you can imagine, the result sometimes is an excess buildup of earwax, both in the earpiece and in your ear itself. So you really have to be careful of that sort of thing.
That's for sure. Well, it's not a problem as long as you don't feel like your ear is totally blocked up. Earwax is perfectly natural, has antibiotic properties. It's going to keep your ear canal healthy. The problem is people who have narrow ear canals or ear canals that produce way too much earwax, and then it impacts it, and then you actually have blockages of hearing.
Right.
And we see people every 3 months or so, we have to get the earwax out for them because it just constantly blocks the ear. People with perforated eardrums also, we have to make sure the wax is out of the ear so they're not having an environment where it's impacted in an anaerobic environment for bacteria to grow and cause some problems. So we deal with it all the time very simply. It's not a big problem.
Yeah, now if it gets to that point, you should be dealing with it, correct?
Yeah, in terms of how often you should be cleaning your own ears, take the towel after taking a shower, wipe off your ears. Really, Q-tips push the wax deeper. They can irritate the ear canal to the point where you just have constant itching. And
so you don't like people using Q-tips?
People who've used Q-tips forever and they've never had a problem, I usually say, well, if you're doing it, keep doing it. But if you're thinking about starting and you think you have lots of earwax in your canal, not a good idea.
Right.
Not a good idea. We obviously would say Q-tip use is just for around the ear, the exterior part of the ear.
Not deep inside.
Not deep inside, yeah. People who put it halfway into their ear,
they do.
Tickle their eardrum. It's not a good idea. Not at all. No, it's not a nice feeling.
And you know when you've gone too far.
Oh, you should know.
You can feel it, and then there is a great danger, seriously, of perforating your eardrum or doing some damage. 3 or 4
people a year, people were doing their earwax, and then someone hits their elbow with the door, and right into the eardrum.
Right into the eardrum.
And guess what? They have permanent hearing loss, not just problems temporary with earwax removal that an audiologist could easily remove.
So if you feel you have an issue with earwax, have a professional look at it before you do anything.
Sure.
Seriously. All right, we got Murray on the telephone this morning. Hi, Murray, how are you?
Pretty good, thank you. I would like to ask the expert, my mother has a bad case of tinnitus.
Right.
And the doctors don't seem to be able to find an answer for that. And some say it's due to her medication. She's on antidepressants.
Right.
Okay.
And some say it's because of the food. I don't know what to think anymore.
Okay, Marie.
What is your say on tinnitus?
We'll try and get an answer
That's a great
for
question.
you.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most common question that an audiologist would hear, right?
For Sure. Very often we'll get people from other clinics that don't specialize in tinnitus. They'll send them to the doctor of audiology to say, okay, well, this is a tinnitus case that you guys should take care of. So the patient, the first question I would have is, does the person have hearing loss? And so we'd have to do a full hearing examination. We also would have to do a tinnitus evaluation. So we look at the auditory nerve a bit more closely. We do some objective tests to see how many sensory hair cells have been lost in each ear. It gets very technical, but in the end, there's lots you can do for tinnitus. There's hope. And we'd have to look at the case history. Obviously, some medications can cause tinnitus in and of themselves with perfectly normal hearing. Right. But a lot of people, a lot of professionals will say, just throw in a hearing aid. The tinnitus will be helped. It takes a lot more time. You need to come see a professional that actually deals with tinnitus in a more holistic approach.
I know Maria said, her mother has seen some people over time, but it's, if you want answers, you got to go see people who are in the know about this. Right?
That's right, and it's common thoughts among GPs and among family physicians that tinnitus is something you just live with. Absolutely not. If you can get help for it, and I know you can, and we have a success rate of 70 to 80%, which is very, very good at getting rid of the tinnitus in the long term, getting that tinnitus to be in the background of someone's life, just like a normal hearing person would. Yeah,
that's a good success rate. We're going to take a break, but still another chance for you to get in touch with us and ask questions. Here are the locations for Advanced Hearing Group. The big one downtown here on Metcalfe, and another on Carling Avenue in the West End. Want information? There's the phone number, 728-HEAR. You can also ask a question on our third and final segment of Ask the Expert. Coming up next with Advanced Hearing Group after this.